Hi there, today we're going to talk about the first tip for beginner letterers. And the first tip that I want to talk about is how to hold your pen. So there are really two different ways that I've seen and talked to and heard people who hold their pen. The first way is just kind of like you normally hold your pen with your forefinger and thumb right beside each other here. The key to this first style and to the second style is to hold your pen at a 45-degree angle. So instead of lettering straight up and down like you normally do, so if I was just going to write my name, I would, with a regular pen, I would hold it like this. But if you're using a brush pen, you want to hold your pen over to the side at a 45-degree angle. So when you're lettering, your hand is actually to the right if you're right-handed, or to the left if you're left-handed, of where you're going to write. So instead of writing on top of this letter, you're holding it out to the side. So you can see how I'm holding my pen this way, and that allows you to give the thick downstrokes. You can see it's really the key to getting these thick downstrokes is holding your pen to the side here at this 45-degree angle. Okay, so that's the first way to hold your pen, is just with your two fingers here beside each other. And as you can see, my pen is getting kind of old, so it's great for practicing. This is not a pen I would use to actually do a final piece with, but it's great for practicing because the ink's getting kind of low. All right, so the other way that I've seen and heard people talk, and sometimes I do it too, it just kind of depends. And it gives you a lot of control, but it is definitely different to get used to. So the second way you can hold your pen if you're lettering is to put your thumb on top of your forefinger here. So you're really over top of it. So what that does is it takes the pressure of the thumb out of the equation. So you're going to set it on top of your forefinger like this, and you can still go straight down with it. You still are over to the side at the 45-degree angle with your hand over to the side and not on top of where you want to letter. But it just gives you a little more control holding over top. The other thing I've heard people mention with holding it this way, and why I use it sometimes, is when you're doing a letter, you can only go so far. You can't move your hand. So for example, let's just do a letter right here, letter A. Go down. Now you really have to kind of move your hand to do the next letter. So when you do your letters, you're going to end up with that exit stroke kind of at the same spot each time. It's going to be fairly consistent. All right, so those are the two ways to hold your hand when you're doing brush lettering. Again, the key, no matter which one you choose, number one, which is with your forefinger and thumb together like this, or number two with your thumb on top of your forefinger. And I want you to try practicing both ways, and you'll probably find what's more comfortable to you. This is going to feel a little less comfortable initially just because it's going to be new to you. But try practicing with a worksheet like this one that you can get through our Anyone Can Letter challenge for free. Just practice each one and see which one you think you would prefer. But either way, number one or number two, make sure you're holding your pen out to the side at a 45-degree angle, not straight up and down like you normally would do with lettering, or pretty up and down, but over to the side. So just make sure that each time you practice, you use that good grip with the angled pen to get used to it. All right, thanks a lot. I'll be back with another tip soon.